And a very good evening to you all, wherever you may be watching from, and welcome to the season finale here for Collinsville Kahok Girls Soccer here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. My name is Zach Roseman. I am joined today by my younger brother Josh. Happy to be here on a warm and humid Thursday afternoon in southwestern Illinois, as we've got a final Southwestern Conference game of the year as the Collinsville Kahawks take on the Edwardsville Tigers. Collinsville come into tonight's game with a record of 6-11-1. They are 3-6 in Southwestern Conference play, and they are under the direction of Coach Jody Munoz. Edwardsville, they come in. They've had a pretty good run of things so far this year.
2-2, right?
11 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. 8-1 in Southwestern Conference play. And according to Max Preps, they are ranked number 8 in the state of Illinois for girls soccer and top 100 in the country for spring
National
season girls soccer teams. So, yeah, pretty good squad for Coach Abby Fetterman and the Tigers, featuring 4 Division I commits. So definitely a lot of talent on this Edwardsville team. But Collinsville will look to hang tough and see if they can maybe get a result here before playoffs start next week. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the introduction of the starting lineups and any other information that crosses our mind. We'll be back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahok Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates, and to book them for your special event, or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium, used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
We welcome you back here to Kahok Stadium. Zach Roseman and Josh Roseman here with you for this matchup between Collinsville and Edwardsville. We'll go ahead and give you a rundown now on the starting lineups for both teams. For Edwardsville, their starting lineup will be as follows. Thea Dimitrov, she is a junior and one of the aforementioned 4 Division I commits on this Edwardsville roster. Dimitrov taking her talents to Missouri State after next year. She's a junior. We also have Olivia Woles, Anna Maxim, Gabby Thompson, the leading scorer for the Tigers with 12 goals this year, future Kansas Jayhawk. Blakely Hockett, a SLU Billiken after this year. Ayla Homan, a Lindenwood Lion after this year. Davey Heiser, Lane Logan, Maddie Klein, Grace Hughes, and Jenny Burrows between the pipes for the Tigers. For Collinsville, it'll be Morgan Lang, Ava DiGirolamo, Ella Borm, Rylan Judasak, Peyton Hadway, Ashley Giannini, Addie Muniz, Carly Call, Liliana Lira, Eliana Cerna, and Carly Van Dyke. We're going to go ahead and take one more break here on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network. We'll be back in just a minute for the start of action. All that and more here in just a bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022.
All right, we welcome you back here into the broadcast booth at Kahok Stadium. Had the introduction of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem before a solid crowd here at Kahok Stadium for the final match of the regular season for both teams. As the teams are up in their huddles now. Collinsville out there in the all purples with kind of a lighter purple gradient on the front. Carly Van Dyke, goalkeeper, out there in the sky blue. For Edwardsville, they're out there in the white jerseys, black shorts, orange numbers.
The goalie is in royal blue.
Yeah, it's
with
like
black lettering.
Yeah, not quite navy, but maybe a little darker than the typical royal.
Yeah.
As
like St. Louis Blues blue almost.
Not a bad comparison. All right, we're on a little bit of a delay as everybody's getting ready here to go. Bit of a breeze kind of blowing out of
I was about to say,
southwest.
Apologies for any wind noises. It's pretty windy.
Yeah, not too bad, but flag is definitely moving out there in the southeast corner of Kahok Stadium. You might be able to see it if the camera pans over that way. As we are just about ready to go, it'll be the freshman Peyton Hadway to put things into play for Collinsville. They'll be shooting to right of screen, south end of the stadium here, and we are underway. Ball comes to Lang, and Lang will play it back to Cerna. From Cerna up to DiGirolamo, and she'll play it.
That's Lyra, not Cerna.
Yeah, 22, not 23. You're right. And the throw-in will quickly come from Heiser. She will do so to Maxim. And Maxim will play it up over onto the far side for one of her teammates. And Carly Call able to dispossess it for a moment and play it up. It will go out of bounds in the midfield area. And a big strong throw in there. Getting up there up towards Thompson. And she's able to keep it from going over the end line, but winds up going over the net. And that'll be a goal kick restart for Carly Van Dyke. Temperatures not too bad now with the breeze. It's relatively comfortable. Still definitely humid, but it definitely has cooled off.
Probably about 72, 73, somewhere in there.
Maybe a little warmer than that. It got up to about 85 earlier today, but we got some
84, not even close.
Yeah, it's cooled off some, and the wind picked up definitely has helped. And we've also had some cloud cover move in. That's a slight chance of rain, but hopefully a little bit of rain we can deal with, but hopefully not any thunder or anything. We don't want any delays if we don't have to have them. Edwardsville with the ball, trying to work it forward, and it's cleared away by Muniz, able to get it up there for Cerna, and trying to play it up forward to Hadway, but it's dispossessed by the Tigers, and overrunning the ball there was Maxim. And now with a bit of space over at midfield, just playing it back now. All right, Edwardsville. And it'll come over here towards the near side for Hockett. Hockett will play it over onto the other side for, is that 19 Hughes?
It's 12.
Oh, 12. Heiser. Okay. And the Tigers are able to push it up. You've got better eyes
But
than
it's
me.
not 12 because 12's over here.
Yeah. Nice run from the Edwardsville player, and a shot hits
Off the side.
Hit the side of the net off of the foot there of the Edwardsville player. So it'll be another goal kick for Carly Van Dyke as we are 2.5 minutes in. JV game won by Edwardsville by the score of 3-0. They were able to get one goal very early on within the first 5 minutes or so.
We showed up, and there's 30 minutes left, and it was already 1-0. So.
Very early on they pushed one across. Got another one later in the second half, and then
Probably around like the 17-minute mark somewhere in there.
Yeah, later in the first half to make it 2-0, and then got one more in the about halfway or so through the second half to give them the 3-0 victory for the JV Tigers. Van Dyke will put a strike into it, trying to get it up as far as DiGirolamo, but able to get there first is Heiser, and it's popped up into the air. Thompson making a run at it, and she falls over, no foul called. Tigers able to stay with it, played up into the middle, headed away by Muniz. She'll get it up to Call as we'll have a foul called there.
Just realized the sky looks a little sketchy over there, but
yeah, but
sun's shining, so
yeah, sun shining from behind us. So general trend of weather here in this area will move the darker clouds that you can see away from us here. Van Dyke will take the free kick and get it up over the half line in the direction of Cerna, but the Tigers quickly able to dispossess. Pushing forward, and it'll get past everybody and roll down to Carly.
For about her fourth.
Yeah, she's been
pretty active.
Yeah, hasn't had to make a lot of saves per se, but definitely had the ball in her hand so far. As Judasak pushes it back, trying to get it to the defenders, but Thompson able to dispossess it. Cleared away there by Lang. And it'll go out of bounds. Heiser unable to get to it, and so it'll be a throw in here taken by Collinsville, and it will be taken by Liliana Lira. She'll push it up forward and get it up to the head of DeHadway, who did not get a super clean strike on it, but Lily will put a nice strike into that one, as up there is Cerna, and she's able to maintain possession for a moment, doesn't really have a lot of help, and
Collinsville.
Yeah, it will be Collinsville ball after it got knocked out of bounds by the Edwardsville defender. Collinsville going fairly quickly, getting it to DeHadway and trying to play it back to Cerna. Lang there to push it, will stay in, as over there is Homan, and eventually it'll be played out of bounds off of a Kahok, and it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville.
Long throw-in.
Yep. Ball moved up a little bit, and it'll be another throw-in here for the Tigers. Another long throw-in, helped by the wind, gets over everybody, and it'll eventually just be played back to Van Dyke, who will push it forward. Tigers
Kick it back about the same spot it came from.
Yep. Tigers playing with the wind here, so we'll see what advantage that provides. The majority of the game has definitely been played down more at the north end of the field, as that shot goes well wide, and it'll be about the 5th goal kick we've seen Van Dyke take here in the first
Maybe like
6
more
minutes.
than that.
Ball pushed forward and eventually banked off of an Edwardsville player and working it forward off of the foot.
We got a whistle, though.
Muniz, as we have a foul called on Collinsville. Didn't see the infraction.
I don't know who was on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what happened, but
So we will have a free kick.
yeah, but something definitely did. It was like my color commentator said. We'll have a free kick here for Edwardsville, which will be taken
10, I think?
by Hock. Is that Hockett?
It was at 20.
20's on the bench.
I think it is Hockett.
Yeah, I was like, we'll assume that's
Yeah,
Hockett.
it is.
All right. Ball
Who is going to Lindenwood? Yeah.
deflected out here and picked up by one of the freshmen,
Salute.
Maddie Klein. And trying to play it up into the direction of Thompson, but it's cleared away there by Borm. And we'll get back over the half line as Heiser will play it back to the junior goalkeeper, Jenny Burrows.
First action of the game, I believe.
Yeah, she hasn't,
Oh, no, she's touched the ball.
apart from just now. Judasak able to get a piece of that, but it gets
Missed
through
everybody.
Yeah, it gets through everybody. Janini able to get to it, and Van Dyke will pop it up into the air. Goes off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players, and will come down to Heiser and to Thompson. Now back there for, I guess that was Klein. Muniz will push it forward and come up only as far as Maxim. Edwardsville trying to probe the Kahok defense, but able to push it up as far as midfield again. Hockett will play it over to Klein, and able to get the dispossession there is Borm. It'll come down onto the feet of Judasak. Tapped up into the air, deflected off of a Tiger, and so it'll be a throw in here for Collinsville just over halfway. And again, it'll be taken here by Liliana Lira. She'll go pretty quickly, get it up to Judasak, and eventually it'll come back to Lira, and she'll push it forward, but that goes over everybody. Not touched by anybody wearing the orange and white. And black, I guess. So it'll be a throw in here for Edwardsville. Another strong throw in goes off the head of Janini. Borm there with it, as Wool's able to get a piece of it, get it up as far as Thompson. And it's pushed back, and that'll go off of Heiser, and it'll be another throw in here for Collinsville. There, kind of floats it up into the air off of the head of Judasak. DeHadway had it for a moment, but Hockett will push it over onto the far side for call, and it'll be a foot race, which nobody will win, as we have our first substitute of the game for the Tigers, as Thompson will head out, replaced by, you got a number? 6. That is Renroe.
Who is a senior.
Number 6, Ren Rowe.
Second leading scorer for the Tigers with 5 goals on the year, at least according to the stats that we were able to find. Thompson, the leading scorer, with 12, which is
Pretty good.
pretty impressive total. 12 goals in
17
in
games?
17 games, yeah.
I mean, she's going to Kansas.
Yep.
So,
Going to Kansas for a reason, and still just a junior.
yeah.
So a lot of
A lot of potential.
definitely definitely some talent coming back for this Edwardsville squad. Mentioned already having a very good year.
Yeah, Thea Dimitrov's coming back too. So
Yeah, Dimitrov, Thompson. So 2 of the 4 Division I commits are back next year.
they may have more, but that's all we could find
Yeah,
for.
For what we were able to find in our brief research here while we were waiting, as we see friend of the network, Matthew Clark, here in attendance.
Wait, a wild Matt Clark?
Yes, a wild Matthew Clark is
Mr. Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime himself. The
Got to get him up here.
yeah, future voice of the Wausau Woodchucks.
Yes.
Yeah, some
He's
collegiate,
also
collegiate summer ball.
the voice of the Capital City Cavaliers over in Missouri.
Yeah, it's staying busy over there is Mr. Clark. Always good to see him here.
Guess he had the day off, came home.
He's probably
School probably done with school at Mizzou, so
for his junior year. So we're back at hand here. So we've got throw in for Collinsville. Edwardsville players thought maybe it was their ball, but referee says purple ball, but doesn't stay with Collinsville for very long. Played back here for Hockett, and she'll just play it on back to Burrows. And Burrows will pass it back to Hockett, and she'll survey things and push it up forward, go off of the head of Lyra, and will roll through to Van Dyke before Wolves or Rowe was able to get to it for the Tigers. Van Dyke with another strike into it, goes off of the foot there of Maxim, and played up by the Kahawks, but dispossessing it there was Heiser, and able to play it past Lyra, but Giannini able to get a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Giannini.
Yeah.
So it'll be a throw-in to be taken here by Heiser for the Tigers.
I've noticed she is very quick.
Yeah, that ball, attempted shot there from Dimitrov, but that checks up and is grabbed by Van Dyke. And it'll be another goal kick here for Carly as we've played a little over 12 minutes here. 2 40-minute halves in high school soccer in the state of Illinois. DeHadway with it and has it dispossessed there by Logan. And Lear able to get a piece of it and play it up, but it will go right to Hockett. And Hockett will push it forward. Up there now for Heiser. Popped up, and Muniz will shepherd off any Edwardsville charge, and it'll roll to Van Dyke once again. Of course, we've got the 3A playoffs starting next week. All part of the journey to try and get to state up at North Central College in Naperville.
Edwardsville would like a word, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat O'Fallon, who are nationally ranked.
Yeah,
so.
beat a, Edwardsville or
Well, yeah, but like top 20 national team.
They were. Yeah, O'Fallon had a very, very good run where won their first 16 or 17 games and then had a draw with one of the best teams in Missouri in St. Joseph's Academy before dropping their one loss on the year to
the Edwardsville Tigers.
To this Edwardsville team.
2-1, right?
Yeah, 2-1 sounds right.
Ooh,
the ball is
good
played
pass.
into the middle.
Good block.
And scramble for it in the middle.
Good block again.
Able to get a shot there was Wolves.
I think Giannini had both of them.
Yep. Able to clear it away, and it'll stay with Call, and she's able to get it up forward. Goes off of the head there of, I think that was Wolves, and
Hadaway sprinting for it, but
Hadaway. But it will be a throw-in for Collinsville. We've got some substitutes here for both teams. Madiana Everett and Layla Wilkerson in for Collinsville. As in for Edwardsville,
15.
Maggie Young.
She's a freshman?
Junior. Wilkerson, a freshman for Collinsville. Everett, a sophomore. Unable to keep that one in there was Rowe. Rowe. Yep. Number 6 is correct. Off of the head there.
Is it Rowe or Rowie?
I think it's just Rowe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
either or.
Yeah, we don't want to get it wrong, but
well, no.
We're going to do the best we can here. With the ball there is Maxim, and playing it up over onto the far side for the Edwardsville players.
Ooh,
we have a foul called there on, is that Giannini?
Probably, maybe. I didn't really see. I just saw the trip.
Yep, as we will have a free kick here from right at the 15-yard line of the football field, so about 25 yards out, just outside the
Wind is
far.
kind of died down a little bit, but
Yeah.
helping her if anything.
Yeah, be taken there by.
I think that's 10.
No,
No,
it's 15.
that's Maggie.
Yeah, that's Young. Okay. This is everybody gets everybody set up here. Ready to go. Shot right on goal and
Ooh.
goes wide of the net.
Not by much. Saw the shadow on the goalpost, so it wasn't too far away. But
Yeah. Van Dyke made a dive at it, but didn't touch anything. And so it'll be
a free kick, yeah.
It'll be another goal kick for Van Dyke.
Or goal kick, not free kick.
16 minutes gone here as the ball is played forward. Able to get a piece of it there is Wilkerson. And
The freshman putting in some work.
Yep. Definitely been a pretty valuable piece for this Kahok team. Got a couple of starts, I think, this year. Definitely been a solid contributor off the bench here at the varsity level.
Yeah,
Probably
we
one-
got some talent coming in,
Yep.
and especially in the female side of things. But because I know softball teams should be pretty good. We got some good 8th graders coming in.
Good, good 8th grade group. So
apparently the 8th grade volleyball girls are pretty good too. So
yeah, we'll see what we're able to do. Of course, I got a new coach coming in on the volleyball front.
couple new ones, but
Well, yeah, it was
a new head one,
yeah,
yeah.
new head coach with Collinsville alum Katie Dawson taking over. As got a scramble forward here. Is Young able to win that battle and play it back to Heiser, who launches it forward, and it will roll again to Van Dyke, and it'll be another restart here for the junior goalkeeper for Collinsville. Does so. That one will carry a little bit. Comes down off of the head of Hockett and comes up as far as Rowe, but the Kahawks able to dispossess it. That'll get up over the foot of Klein.
go Ava.
DiGirolamo unable to get to it as Burrows will
Hit it at the golf cart.
end it out over towards the equipment shed.
Man, that went it's going all the way in the corner.
Yep. As we'll have a throw in taken here by Carly Call. And knocked around, stays in bounds, played forward, but only as far as one of the Edwardsville defenders.
I think that's Heiser.
No, Heiser's over here on this side. I think that was Klein. Pushed forward.
Blocked by Lyra.
Yep. Hockett will play it over for Klein and pushed up into the middle there for Rowe, but Judasak able to dispossess it and get it up to Lang. And Judasak goes down. We'll have a foul called.
Free kick for Collinsville.
Yeah, free kick for Collinsville. As we have the foul there, I think Maxim with the infringement.
Yes.
In terms of the
Or Rowe.
Oh, yeah, Rowe or Maxim, 6 or 7.
Ref pointed to, or official pointed to Rowe, so
Referee's acceptable.
I don't know.
Giannini will take the free kick, launch it forward, rolls out to nobody in particular, and will eventually be grabbed by Burrows as it makes its way into the 18-yard box, and she'll just roll it out over there for Klein. We approach the halfway mark of this first half, still scoreless. In the second matchup of the year between the Kahawks and the Tigers, Edwardsville won the game at Edwardsville 3-1 earlier this year. Mariana Everwright scored the goal there as
Surprised there was no call there.
Muniz and played forward, but that is offsides.
Probably maybe a savior for Collinsville because that was a very good chance for Edwardsville.
Yeah, probably would have been a one-on-one opportunity, but started the run a bit too early, and so it'll be a free kick for Collinsville once again, which once again will be taken by Giannini. So the shadows begin to lengthen here. Sunset coming here in probably about 40 minutes or so, and probably by later portions of the second half, the darkness will have.
Lights are already on. So.
Yeah, lights are starting to take effect here, so we move along here as that's deflected off of the foot there of Young. And eventually comes all the way out to Van Dyke, who plays it up as far as Maxim. Lang will play it up, but able to corral that as Heiser. Play it up as far as Wolves, but
She kicked it out of bounds.
yeah, she wasn't quite aware of where the end line,
And number 8, Ava
as
DiGirolamo.
Ava DiGirolamo and Ava Smith come in.
Edwardsville substitution number
Gabby
8,
Thompson back in for the
Gabby
Tigers.
Thompson.
Throw-in comes from Lyra once again. It comes right onto the feet of the just reinserted Thompson as
She is
Giannini
tall.
is, yeah, she's
Probably 2 or 3 inches taller than everybody else on the field. Or pitch, I should say.
well, field, whatever.
This is America. It's a field.
Terminology is whatever. Hockett with it. And played forward up to Thompson. She'll lay it off for Wolves and play it
Good
up in a nice
pass.
run there from Maxim. Thompson wide open, but Giannini does a good job able to corral things and let the
Ooh.
Collinsville team, as he fell down.
Kind of like did the splits.
Yeah,
That
no,
looked not comfortable at all.
Looks like she's okay. It's up and looks to be walking around okay.
It looked like
Well-
she kind of tripped over the soccer ball.
Yeah, it was like no
Edwardsville substitution
foul
number
called on
27,
Giannini.
Looks like she's okay though, so that's
As-
good.
Hannigan.
Freshman Kate Cadigan will come in, take the place of Hughes. We'll head to the bench for a rest.
Wind picked up again.
Yep. Throw-in comes from Heiser and goes off of the head of Lyra, and Liliana does a good job able to push it up as far as Hockett. Now, she's tall.
Yeah, she's also
But
pretty tall.
Hockett's a name I remember from Edwardsville girls basketball team.
Yeah. Who
Pl-
were pretty good.
Yep. Played forward by Young to nobody really in particular, and eventually will come down to Van Dyke. 17 and a half to go here in our first half of play.
Scoreless.
Still scoreless, yeah. Van Dyke gets one off of the head of Hockett, as able to get a foot on that one was Everett, but not a
Kinda
lot of help.
Popped it out of bounds.
Yep, right into the Tiger bench. The Kahawks will make another substitution here at the next opportunity.
I
Sure.
think that is one of the Smith twins, but
That would be Ella, because Ava's already in,
oh well, yeah. I mean, process of elimination.
right? Pushed forward up again for Wolves.
Thompson.
Trying to get it up to Thompson. And Thompson has some space, and we'll leave it over there for Maxim. Tried to play it back to Wolves, but Giannini able to beat all the white jerseys to the ball. Played back as far as Klein. As kind of a scramble for it out here on the far side as the wind picks up a little bit. Judisak with it. As it's pushed forward, Call will get it up again only as far as Klein. As we'll have a,
Stoppage.
yeah, I guess we had a
Free kick.
free kick for Collinsville. It's-
I didn't see anything or hear a whistle, but
yeah, some kind of infraction. So this time they'll.
Giannini again.
Oh, it is Giannini. Okay. Low line drive. And
Go right
roll-
to Burr.
Yeah, we'll roll through to Burrows once again.
She'll kind of bullet.
Rolls it out there. And push forward up into the midfield off of Judisak. As Call and a nice run on here
But Giannini
from the Edwardsville player, but Giannini does a good job showcasing her
got in
speed
front of her.
and slide it over. And it'll be a corner kick
Yeah.
for Edwardsville. First one for
Either team.
either team in the game. As the sun looks like it's going to come back out.
Yeah, looks like we may get a rainbow in the far.
Maybe.
Definitely some moisture in the air over there.
Yep. Shot up in the air off the head of Giannini, and Giannini again able to clear it away. Not especially far, but able to eliminate the initial opportunity. That
Uh-oh.
goes off the head of Hockett, but no help there in the white jerseys, and so Van Dyke able to grab it without too much difficulty.
Yeah.
And will stay scoreless. One of the better chances that the Tigers have had, though.
Yes.
As the ball bounces and goes off of the head
But
of Wolves.
I don't know if I would say either team has had any, like, significant, like, very, very good chances yet.
Yes.
But Edwardsville has definitely had more
well,
attempts, though.
Yeah, more. As
The
Ellis,
ball has definitely been in their Collinsville zone a lot more.
yes. Ella Smith in for Collinsville as it's pushed back out and go out of bounds.
They're already twins. They have the same colored cleats, and they are one number apart.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell the difference.
You get-
And they're about the same height.
Well, they're twins. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you would normally, yeah, but
Anyway.
I mean genetics, I guess.
Yeah. Thompson with it for Edwardsville as she'll corral it and then push the ball forward, trying to get a run on out there on the far side is one of the Edwardsville
Tried
players.
to kick it
but
forward, but kicked it too hard and kicked it
out of bounds.
Be another corner, right? Or no,
goal
kick.
Two more subs in for Collinsville as we'll see DeHadway and Lang come back in.
Collinsville substitutions number 7, Morgan Lang. Number 12, Peyton DeHadway.
Yes.
As another goal kick for Van Dyke. Down to the middle, deflected, and will come down to Thompson.
Ooh,
and
good
a
save.
Nice save there by Van Dyke. Thompson got a solid enough strike on it, but
Left-hand save.
left-hand save, and it will be the second corner of the night for Edwardsville.
Can't see a number down there, but
yeah,
somebody
comes in
and poked out by Van Dyke.
Van Dyke able to get a piece of it. Comes down for Klein as
Call, yeah.
able to clear it away for the moment. Edwardsville still able to maintain possession. As that
right to Van Dyke.
Cross goes right to Carly. 12 to go here.
Still scoreless.
Still scoreless.
Bystander honks as they drive by.
Yeah. That one comes down to Thompson eventually. And she'll play it back to Wolves. Back to Thompson. And that's popped up into the air.
Cadigan, I believe.
As Giannini unable to keep that one in bounds, and so it'll be throw in here taken by Wolves for Edwardsville. Played up into the middle as that comes down to nobody in particular, but
It was a beautiful evening.
a bit humid, but
Clouds cleared up quite a bit over there, and it just
kind of a,
and blue skies besides those clouds over there.
well, kind of a, not quite blue, but
Huh? Okay.
looks like we've got some maybe ominous looking clouds off to the northwest as Wilkerson able to get a piece of it. So we move our way forward here, trying to get it out there onto the far side for, not sure who that is out there. Throw in for Collinsville at any rate. 10.5 to go here. As the ball will get pushed forward and roll over the end line, it'll be another goal kick for Van Dyke. So we approach the three-quarter mark of the first half. Also known as 10 minutes to go, to put it much more simply. Ball played forward, but quickly taken away by the Tigers. Dimitrov able to stay with it. And we got a cross into the middle as Wolves goes down to the box, and we will have a penalty kick. Not a lot of contact there, but Wolves did go down. And the referee will blow his whistle, and so we'll have a penalty kick here. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and let Hockett take it. Blakely Hockett looking to pick up goal number 5 on the year. Van Dyke's looking to make the save. And Van Dyke
about did.
Yeah, made the right decision, got a piece of it, but not quite enough to make the save. And so at the 30-16 mark of the first half, Blakely Hockett with goal number 5.
Her 6th of the year?
Her fifth of the year. And that will make it 1-0 in favor of Edwardsville.
Edwardsville Tigers goal scored by number 10, Blakely Hockett. Time of the goal, 30-16, Hockett on the PK.
DeHadway able to push it forward. Nice catch. That's the spare roster, thankfully, as Thompson
offsides.
Had a run on, but was offsides. The wind starts to pick up maybe just a little bit here.
About threw a roster out the window.
Well, we've got the ones that we really need taped down, but
to prevent the wind, but
to prevent that, but we had a couple extra copies up here, and one of them about flew out the window. But we managed to save it, and we carry on here. 1-0 in favor of Edwardsville on the penalty kick by Hockett. And the Tigers will look to, I'm sure, add on a second one before we head to the halftime break.
Collinsville looking to tie it back up.
Right. As
that's
a fact.
Nothing?
Well,
whoa, okay.
That's, well.
I guess because it may have happened out of bounds.
Well, I mean,
but
a foul's still a foul, but it wound up not affecting anything.
Well, no. But
Ashley's fine. Still a goal kick.
I mean, yeah. But, I mean, if you're calling the other one.
Yeah, I mean, was it probably a foul? Yeah, but.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it wound up not really meaning anything anyway. Van Dyke pushes it forward up to Hockett, and Thompson trying to leave it for Wolves, but a bit too much on that one, and so it'll be a throw-in here for Collinsville, which will be taken by Lyra.
Guess she's just kind of the designated thrower for Collinsville.
Is there a rule that?
Ooh.
Like a time elapsed thing? If we can't get, I mean, I'm assuming we'll just wait, but.
I know when they played it all, they just played 2 minutes.
Looks like we have a goal kick for Van Dyke. Yeah. Weather looking a little odd, maybe a little sketchy behind the press box, but besides that, seems to be all right.
Yeah. All the other Kahok sporting events that are going on today, of which there were several,
have finished.
Are finished or nearly finished. And the one that hasn't finished yet is
the one we're at.
Is the one, well, the one that we're at, and then the other one is that may not be finished yet is
inside.
Well, not inside, but not local. So the weather up there, referring to the
state, yeah.
to the girls' track sectionals,
sectional, yeah,
which is in Bloomington,
which is 2 hours north.
So. Right. So obviously, probably different weather patterns up in McLean County than what we've got here. As we have a foul on Thompson. So we carry on here. Wind continues to blow, and it'll be another free kick for Collinsville with 6 minutes to go here now.
Maybe he dropped a couple degrees in the last 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, the sun's going down, but
I feel like the humidity maybe increased, if anything.
I don't know. Definitely am a little bit colder than I was.
Just a little bit. Ball knocked around here in the middle. Comes down to the foot of the goal scorer, Hockett. And it's pushed up forward there for Maxim. And she'll play it up into the middle, able to get it onto the foot of Thompson. But Giannini gets pushed away and get up there as far as Klein. Played over here for, or that was Klein, sorry. And now over here for Heiser, and up to Thompson.
Defended by Giannini.
Yeah.
Back to Hockett.
Yep. Hockett's moved up a little bit, popped up into the 18-yard box as Layla Wilkerson will just let that one roll over the end line. It'll be another goal kick for Edwardsville as we have another sub coming in for the Tigers.
It
Is that
number 8, maybe?
No, 8's Thompson. That's not Thompson.
6.
But no.
Edwards will substitution number 6, Ren Rowe.
Yeah, that is 6. Runrow back in for the Tigers. That was off of DiGirolamo. Borm in the area, but able to get a piece of it there is Maxim, as Lyra does a good job getting a piece of that one. Come back there as far as Logan, as Muniz pushes it forward, but able to win the race to it there is
16.
That's Klein. And comes down off of the foot of Maxim as Lyra pushes it forward. And DiGirolamo will just play it to the sideline. It'll be
Into the bleachers almost.
It'll be a throw-in for Collinsville as the wind.
Apologize for the wind noises.
Yeah, there's
some big old bird. It looks like a crane or something. I don't know.
quite easily distracted sometimes.
Just saying, it's a big old bird.
Anyway, ball will roll down to Van Dyke, and we'll have a another goal kick here for Van Dyke. 3.5 minutes to go.
Probably her 15th or so.
Somewhere in that neighborhood, as that one carries out a long way off of the head of Hockett. And pushed forward. Giannini gets a piece of it, and another piece of it. Popped up into the air as Call will just push it forward, but not super far. Comes down to Maxim on the edge of the 18-yard box, as might have been better for
Is that Addie?
Cerna?
Or I can't tell.
Yeah, Cerna or Call to let that one go. But it will be a
I can't tell who that is from this far away.
be a corner kick taken here by Thompson.
I think that's Eliana, yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like
23, yeah.
Yep. Thompson's corner kick
Ooh.
off of the head of one of the Edwardsville players, but just comes over onto the far side for Logan. And
Good
another
idea,
cross
but-
in, goes off the side of the net, and it'll be
Collinsville substitution number 10,
another
Rylan Judasak.
goal kick for Van Dyke as Rylan Judasak comes back in for Collinsville, as DiGirolamo will head to the bench.
Let's see. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, 1-0 in favor of Edwardsville on the penalty kick goal by Hockett, with not quite a little over 30 minutes elapsed. Ball pushed forward. Giannini launches it forward up as far as to Hadway, and the freshman able to get a little bit of a run on here.
The other freshman.
For Wilkinson, and the kick
Good!
no good as it hit the upright, which is out of bounds in soccer.
Yes.
Wouldn't have counted in football either. 90 seconds to go here in half number 1. And Edwardsville will look to just play it quickly here. Maybe see if they can make one last push for that second goal. Push forward goes off of Wilkerson. Out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers here. Not a lot of urgency, so it seems like they might be content to just take this to the locker room with 65 seconds to play. Kahok's able to push it forward. Hadway gets a piece of it, as Judasak able to win the race, and maybe a little bit of an opportunity here. Played up for Hadway. Under a minute to go. Played back to Judasak, and the shot there blocked.
For Wolves' face.
Was that Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice job there. Freshman getting some piece of that one, as Wilkerson does not get a clean strike onto it.
Kicked it where no one else was.
And it'll roll over the end line. So be a goal kick for Burrows.
With about just under 30 seconds left here in this first half.
Yep.
She got to get it off.
She's got time. Burrows will take the kick at 12 off of the head of Judasak.
Oh, I saw 0, I thought.
Yeah, and just push forward. Gonna go out of bounds, and that will be the end of the first half of play. So, after one half of play, score is 1-0 in favor of Edwardsville on the penalty kick by Hockett. We'll go ahead and take a break here for halftime and be back in a couple minutes with any out-of-town scores that we're able to find and what other Kahok sports have been up to. But we'll go ahead and take a break in the meanwhile. Back here in just a bit on the Kahok Broadcast Club Network.
Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in. with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium. Zach Roseman and Josh Roseman here with you. We're at halftime as the Edwardsville Tigers hold on to a 1-0 lead on a penalty kick by Blakely Hockett, her 5th of the year. Game with about 9:45 left. But other Kahawk sports were and maybe still are in action today. Collinsville Baseball had the away leg of their conference series with O'Fallon, and were able to pick up a nice conference win over the Panthers, 5-2. Braden Henson with a big 2-run single in the 6th inning to push the win for the Kahawks across. Will Swip with the complete game victory, allowing just 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Very efficient game from the coach's son, as that is a nice win for Collinsville. Softball, unfortunately, took it on the chin. Todd Duke brought you that game as the Panthers of O'Fallon knocked down the softball team 14-1. And the one other main event of note that we've got going on here is the girls track and field sectional meet up in Bloomington. And at last check, although they are not done, they are not done yet, but as of now, we have 2 state qualifiers in the track and field department. Ellie Reinhardt has qualified for the discus throw with a mark of 36.24 meters as we are now in a lightning delay. So we'll go ahead and finish that up, and then we're going to go ahead and take a break here.
We will shut down the stream, or
well, I guess we'll wait and see.
Or do you just want to?
Well, we'll talk about this, and then we'll probably tear it down. So we'll not tear it down, but we'll probably shut the stream off. Anyway, Ellie Reinhardt qualifies for.
We'll be entering a lightning weather delay. That's our alarm going off. We need everyone to please clear the stands this time.
All right, Ellie Reinhardt, 5th place in the discus. And her mark of 118 feet 10 inches, or 36.24 meters, is above the state meet qualifying standard. So congratulations to Ellie. And then we also have a qualifier in the 100-meter dash, as Kwanzaa Henderson puts in a time of 12.27 seconds. Her 6th place finish is good enough for a state. Her mark is good enough for.
Who'd you say?
Kwanzaa.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations to Kwanzaa. Still a few events left. We'll see if the Kahawks are able to qualify any others as we are underway, as they are in the 400 meter proceedings. So we
Still got a couple events to go.
Yeah, still a few other events to run. So yeah. But like I said, with us being currently in a lightning delay, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We will keep an eye on proceedings here. From what we've heard, this does not appear to be a super long-lived storm, but it will be at least half an hour.
Yeah,
if
it's 30 minutes
after the last lightning strike.
Within 10 miles.
Yeah, 10 or 15 or whatever. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut things down, and we'll be back later. And if anything changes, we'll make a post on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.